Ever wondered what makes some people crush their goals while others just daydream about them? It all boils down to one thing: discipline. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to walk you through a game-changing plan to build rock-solid discipline that'll revolutionize your life. Whether it's nailing your studies, skyrocketing your career, or finally hitting that fitness goal, ready to unlock the secret to staying laser-focused and never giving up? Stick with me. Oh, and if you find this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. It'll keep you locked in for more tips to fuel your journey to success. Let's get real about what discipline is. It's not just dragging yourself out of bed at dawn or chaining yourself to a strict routine. Discipline is showing up for yourself, doing the work even when your motivation is running on empty. Ever started a project full of fire, only to fizzle out when things got tough? Discipline is the bridge that gets you from dreaming to doing. Take Serena Williams. She didn't become a tennis legend just because of talent. She logged countless hours on the court, pushing through exhaustion. Or think of Jeff Bezos, grinding in a garage to build Amazon while others called it quits. Why does this matter to you? Because discipline is the key to any goal. Acing exams, getting fit, or launching a side hustle. Without it, motivation is just a spark that fades fast. The good news? Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you can build. Let's dive into how. Before we get to the nuts and bolts, we need to clear out some myths that hold people back from mastering discipline. First up, the idea that discipline is all about willpower. Wrong. Willpower is like your phone's battery. It drains by noon. Discipline is about creating habits that keep you moving forward even when your willpower's gone. Another myth: some people are just naturally disciplined. Nope. Nobody comes out of the womb with a perfect schedule. Discipline is like training for a marathon. Anyone can improve with practice. And here's a big one: the belief that discipline means flipping your life upside down overnight. That's a one-way ticket to burnout. Real change comes from small, consistent steps. For example, writing one paragraph a day could turn into a novel in a year. Sounds doable, right? The trap is thinking you need to be perfect from day one. Let's move on to how small steps can build big results. So how do you actually start building discipline? It's all about tiny habits. These are actions so small they're almost laughably easy, but they stack up to massive wins over time. Want to run a marathon? Start with a 10-minute walk each day. Want to write a book? Try one sentence every morning. These micro steps are like planting seeds that grow into a forest. When I wanted to sharpen my focus, I started with just 3 minutes of meditation daily. It felt like nothing, but it became a habit that cleared my mind. Studies, like those from behavior scientist B.J. Fogg, show that tiny habits work because they're easy to stick with, creating momentum. Here's how to do it. Pick a specific goal, like, I want to read more. Then break it into a tiny action, say, read 1 page a night. Tie it to a cue, like, after I brush my teeth, I'll read. Reward yourself after, maybe a quick yes, or a sip of your favorite drink. Track your progress with a journal or an app like Streaks. Seeing your streak grow is like a shot of motivation. Ready to turn these habits into a full plan? Now, let's talk about the mindset that powers discipline. A growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort, is your secret weapon. If you think discipline is fixed, you'll give up when things get hard. But if you see challenges as chances to grow, you'll keep going. Carol Dweck, a psychologist, found that people with a growth mindset are more resilient. So, how do you build it? Start by reframing failures. Missed a workout? Don't say, I'm a failure. Say, I learned I need a better cue. Replace, I can't do this, with, I'm not there yet. Surround yourself with positive influences, books, podcasts, or people who inspire growth. When I started my discipline journey, I listened to a motivational podcast every morning. It shifted my perspective and kept me focused. This mindset primes you for the next step, creating a solid plan. Here's how to build a bulletproof discipline plan. Step 1. Define a clear goal. Vague dreams like, I want to be successful don't work. Go specific like, I want to run 5K 3 times a week. Write it down and stick it on your fridge or phone. Step 2. Break it into tiny pieces. Big goals intimidate, so start small. 5 minutes of running daily. Step 3. Set a trigger. Link your habit to something you already do, like, after my morning coffee, I'll run. Step 4. Reward yourself. Finish your task. Enjoy a quick treat, like a favorite song or a small snack. Just don't derail your goal. Step 5. Track progress. Use a checklist, an app like Todoist, or a calendar to mark your wins. Bonus tip: shape your environment. Want to study? Keep your books visible? Want to eat better? Stock your kitchen with healthy snacks. If you slip up, don't quit, just jump back in. Next, let's tackle managing your time to make discipline stick. Time management is the backbone of discipline. Without it, even the best plans fall apart. Start by prioritizing your tasks. Use the Eisenhower matrix. Sort tasks into urgent, important, not urgent, and so on. Focus on what moves your goals forward. For example, if your goal is to learn coding, prioritize 15 minutes of practice over binge watching a show. Block out time for your habits. Schedule them like appointments. I set aside 7 p.m. for my daily reading because it's when I'm free. Tools like Google Calendar or Trello can help. Another trick, batch similar tasks. Answer emails in one go instead of all day, and say no to low-value distractions, like endless group chats. By carving out time and staying intentional, you make discipline effortless. Now let's talk about handling setbacks. Life isn't perfect, and neither is your discipline journey. Procrastination, distractions, and low-energy days will hit. Here's how to fight back. For procrastination, try the 2-minute rule. Avoiding a task? Commit to just 2 minutes. Write 1 sentence, do 1 stretch. It's usually enough to get rolling. Distractions? Control your space. Put your phone in another room, mute notifications, or use apps like Focus Will. Pick a time when you're sharpest. Mornings work for me, but find your sweet spot. When motivation tanks, reconnect with your why. Want a better job? A fitter body? Visualize it vividly. Slip-ups happen. Miss a day? No big deal, just don't miss 2. Discipline is a marathon, not a sprint. Next, let's talk about the power of community. Discipline is easier when you're not alone. A support system, friends, family, or online communities can keep you accountable. When I wanted to stick to a workout routine, I joined a local running group. Their encouragement kept me going on tough days. Find an accountability partner, someone with similar goals. Check in weekly to share progress, or join online forums like Reddit's productivity communities where people swap tips. Even sharing your goals publicly, like on social media, adds pressure to follow through. A study from the American Psychological Association shows accountability boosts success rates by up to 65%. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, and discipline becomes a team sport. Let's look at some real-life wins to inspire you. Want proof this works? Meet Sarah, a single mom who wanted to become a graphic designer. With only an hour daily, she practiced design for 15 minutes each night using free tutorials. 2 years later, she landed a dream job. Then there's Mike, who kept failing at fitness goals. He started with 1 daily walk around the block, which grew into a gym routine. Now he's running half marathons. Or take Lisa, who built a bakery from nothing. She spent 30 minutes a day learning recipes and marketing. Her bakery's now a local hotspot. These folks weren't superheroes. They just stuck with small, consistent steps. You can too. You've got the blueprint to build unbreakable discipline. It's not about willpower, it's about tiny habits, a growth mindset, smart time management, a support system, and pushing through setbacks. Start today with 1 small step toward your goal. In the comments, share your goal and the first tiny habit you'll try. Share this video with a friend who needs a push. Want more tips to stay focused? Subscribe and hit the bell. Let's make discipline your superpower. Catch you next time.